non-dressed non-starters for the Demons. Jacqueline Hager, Tessa Beckler, and Andrea Olson. And here are the other non-starters. Number 21, Pam Weigel. Number 23, Amber Lee. Number 31, Lindsay Natwick. Number 33, Erin Foss. Number 35, Betsy Olson. Number 45, Bridget Lerbick. And number 53, Annie Vossler. And here are the starting lineups. Starting at a guard for St. Mary's, a 5'4" junior, number 11, Shayla Ball. At guard for the Demons, a 5'6" senior, number 5, Natalie Bruner. At guard for St. Mary's, a 5'8" sophomore, number 25, Courtney Jacobson. And at guard for Bismarck High, a 5'5" junior, number 13, Emily Knoll. Starting at a forward for St. Mary's, a 5'7" senior, number 33, Christy Vedder. And at the third guard for Bismarck High, a 5'8" senior, number 15, Megan Espeland. Starting at center for the Saints, a 5'9" junior, number 45, Jana Dirk. And for the Demons, a 5'11" senior, number 55, Lindsay Ness. At the other forward for St. Mary's, a 5'6" junior, number 31, Megan Dykert. And at forward for the Demons, a 5'10" senior, number 43, Lacey Dewall. The St. Mary's head coach is Rick Newman. The Demons head coach, Rich Hovland. The officials for our second game this afternoon, from Dickinson, Kim Anderson and Troy Huber.
Demons against the number 7 seed, St. Mary's Saints, and this afternoon at the Bismarck Civic Center, it is Rick Newman against Rich Hovland, and the Bismarck Demons with the upper hand in the regular season. The Bismarck Demons 41 points better than St. Mary's earlier in the year. Then at the tail end, it was still a 35-point margin. And these two teams, I guess, Leslie, in a sense that if you're the team expected to win, maybe you're the team that has the pressure on you.
I think definitely Bismarck High might be feeling a little bit of pressure here, although once they get into the groove of their game and get the ball into that young lady's hands, I think they're going to settle down just a little bit.
That's when you score 25.2 points per game, you know, you want the ball in their hands.
Well, Natalie Bruner, and we'll talk a little bit about this special young product from Bismarck High School throughout our telecast this afternoon. But as Leslie and Dawn referred to, this young lady has had such an outstanding season to this point, and a 5'6" senior doesn't want to see it stop here in the West Region Tournament. The foul on Lindsay Ness, the 5'11" senior for Bismarck, her first personal, and St. Mary's first look at the basket. This is Megan Dykert. The entry pass to Dirk. Dirk, a jump shot cut off on the baseline. Now the ball is free, and Dykert has it for the Saints. Now the long 3 ball up off the mark by Bowl. Again the loose ball, and St. Mary's had their hands on it. The Saints still have it. It's tied up, and St. Mary's will retain possession.
At this point, St. Mary's just out hustling them on the boards.
Like a boxing match where Bismarck maybe thought St. Mary's were coming to dance around a little bit, and they came right after him. There's the interior pass and a good deflection underneath. I think Lacey Dewall got the major contact.
Yes, she did.
Now the Demons with their second possession here, the opening quarter. Bruner, very fast, very electric. And the double clutch, countered, and a foul as Natalie Bruner penetrates, knifing through the defense, gets it to go and draws the contact. She's got 4 points. Foul is against Courtney Jacobson. The sophomore closing in, but got a piece of Bruner's arm, and Natalie at the line to complete the 3-point play. Averages, as Don mentioned, over 25 points a game. She's got a fifth of that already here in the first minute of action.
She's so quick and she's so smooth on those moves. It's just fun to watch her.
Now the Demons will get it after the turnover. Backing her way in traffic, and a pretty jump shot by Lindsay Ness, the 5'11" senior.
So much for pregame jitters.
I guess so.
Coming right after you.
7 love here in the first quarter, and Ness a great compliment inside as to what Bruner can do on the perimeter in her penetration.
Yeah, they're the number 1-2 punch for him.
Now St. Mary's going to try to stop some of that bleeding early on, and at least just get on the scoring column to stop Bismarck. And
nice
why not?
shot.
Courtney Jacobson. That's how you draw it up. Bismarck, though, the home run pass, and there's Ness. Her shot, no. Bruner there. Her shot, no good, but a foul underneath. Christy Vetter might be the guilty party for St. Mary's. Nope, it's Jacobson.
That's number 2.
Well, that's going to force Rick Newman into substitutions, and he'll go to his bench early here to get Jacobson out. Bruner finds herself back at the free throw line, and her first toss is good. The first substitution for either team is in the form of Becca Sitchie, a 5'8" underclassman. Jacobson off.
That's a pretty familiar name in North Dakota.
Oh, yeah. There's a football field in Fargo, North Dakota, named after a Sitchie over there at Fargo Shanley High School.
I believe that's Grandpa.
9-2, Bismarck leading it by 7. Let's see what St. Mary's can do against this tenacious defense by the number 2 seed in the West Region. Sitchie has it in her hands, dribbles left. Now back on top. Bowl very active, but the ball is stolen. Taken out of there by Esplin. Esplin pulls up. Hands back to the top of the key. The ball swung around. D-Wall has it. Looking, now dribbling. Spin move. She's deep in traffic. Puts it up. No good. And the foul underneath. Megan Dykert, this tool crib of the North, as we take another look, Don.
Pretty good move in there.
Leslie, they say when in doubt, I guess penetrate. And that's what happened by D-Wall there. She just was kind of bottled up at the top of the key and took it right in the middle.
You bet she did, and she had a nice little spin move. She might have been able to pull up and hit maybe a 3-foot jumper as opposed to going all the way in, but going all the way in for her did it because it brought her to the line, and there she scores.
D-Wall hits 1 of 2. It's a 10-2 lead, and all of a sudden, Lindsay Ness.
The press just right now.
Ness takes it away. Count the basket. The foul is on Charlotte Bowl. Ness
got a 30.
with her first field goal, and she's able to maybe complete a three-point play the hard way. Defense so tenacious here. We saw it earlier with the Mandan Braves. It is what they're known for. And you don't get to be 16-3 overall or 14-2 in the conference in the 2 seed if you can't play defense. And that is the underlying theme of this tournament so far. Leslie, I mean, points off turnovers. I'm not going to add them up because I don't want to spend that much time, but let's face it, Bismarck has come to play.
Yeah, they sure have. And they're going to get a lot of points off turnovers because of the defense that they are able to play. Quick, up-tempo paced game, and here we go with another free throw, another point probably off turnover.
Lindsay Ness, another one of those senior leaders. When you look at the Bismarck Demons, they are led with experience. And Ness hits the back of the iron on her free throw, no good. Bruner trying to take it away on the rebound, but St. Mary's Dykert out of there with it. 12-2, a 10-point Demon lead with 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Here's Dykert, underclassman, a junior. On top,
St. Mary's playing a lot of young ones again, too.
There's the entry pass, trying to find Dirk in there, but Lindsay Ness got some long limbs. Ness can reach over there like a willow tree and knock those balls
but
out.
She's got the quick feet, which matches up with it.
St. Mary's having a little trouble getting it in. They finally do. To Dykert. Now the ball swung around, dribbling out by Vetter. Good interior pass. This is Dykert, and a dandy play. Megan Dykert. The feed came up top from Vetter.
Nice move inside.
12-4 with 5:02 remaining in the first quarter of play. The Bismarck Demons clad in white with brown trim, and they just threw it away.
Little switch of defense here.
Yeah, it looked like they came out with the 2-3 zone defense and forced a turnover.
Right.
St. Mary's decked out in their blue with gold and white. Dribbling against the pressure up top. Bowl applying that pressure. Emily Knoll, a 5'5" junior, and she is really playing some kind of D on the perimeter. Now the pass comes inside. Dykert forces one. Rebound. Bruner underneath. Knoll wants to fly, as do the Demons. Cross-court bounce pass. Taken away by Bismarck St. Mary's. Vetter to the front. Backdoor pass. Out of bounds. Turnover St. Mary's. And a timeout on the floor. 4:22 remaining in the first quarter of play. Our score, Bismarck 12, St. Mary's 4, West Region on West Dakota Fox.
It just feels.
Bismarck High leading 12-4 over Bismarck St. Mary's. The Demons have the basketball, and the Demons have also brought some folks in off the bench, like this young lady here, Betsy Olson, a sophomore. Ness in the corner, goes underneath in a whole host of traffic. Pam Weigel, a sophomore, also in for Bismarck. And here comes St. Mary's. Don't want to get into a track meet with Bismarck, do you guys?
No, I don't think so. It's very similar to trying to get into one with Mandan, and you get Bruner one-on-one on the open court. It's pretty tough.
Esplin picked off the pass for Bismarck right in the St. Mary's turnover. St. Mary's almost got it back. Ball knocked it out of bounds. And Ness will trigger it in. This is Esplin on top.
Playing a box and one now.
I was just going to say that, yep. Mixing up defenses here. They've got number 33, Christy Vetter, chasing Natalie Bruner.
Well, as you can see, and her #1 goal, and we'll have maybe Coach Jonas knock it down for us. Bruner, a nifty move in traffic. Got her own rebound. This one back up and in. Natalie Bruner is just having a quarter. Let's take a look at this. Another look. Leslie, this girl is incredible.
I tell you what, and she doesn't quit. Look at that. She misses it, goes up, gets her own rebound, and makes it on the second try. And here we go with probably another three-point play. Great job by Natalie Bruner.
Jana Dirk, the foul, her first. Getting a breather, Megan Esplin. And on is Annie Vossler, the 5'6" sophomore. Bruner misses the free throw. 9 first quarter points for Natalie Bruner. 3:20 remaining in the first. And now a pass.
Beautiful steal by Lindsay.
She timed that one perfectly.
Yes.
You mentioned Ness can combine some great footwork with those long arms of hers. Cross-court pass. Vossler, high post now to Ness. She's 5 feet 11 inches. Not a long distance shot off the mark by Olson, but the weak side rebound gobbled up by Vossler, and there's a traveling violation on Betsy Olson.
I think, Leslie, the box and one is upsetting the offensive flow right now for Bismarck a little bit, and they're doing an excellent job right now chasing her. She did get a basket, but it was off an offensive rebound. So
I'd have to agree with you there, Don. And the times that I've seen Bismarck High play, I haven't seen anybody chase Natalie Bruner, but I haven't been to a lot of their games, and I think that is disrupting her just a little bit.
Ball volleyballed around. Here's Bruner to finish. Count it, and a foul. Boy, she's hitting threes the hard way as Natalie Bruner maybe is faster with a basketball in her hand. This girl can fly with that rock in her hand.
Oh yeah, she can, and she knows how to use her body to shield off the defensive person, and get the shot off and then get the foul. She knows how to complete a three-point play.
Substitutions for Bismarck St. Mary's as Bruner tries to finish off the three-point play. She knuckles it in, and she is racking them up. 4 two-point field goals for 8, 4 free throws for 12 of Bismarck High's 17 points. St. Mary's trailing it by 13. Vetter backdoor pass. Guess what? Bruner there on the weak side. Home run pass to Vossler. She'll set up from 16. Short. Ness got her hands on the board. Counted.
Hard work on the offensive board by number 55. Lindsay Ness gets an easy bunny.
19-4 with 2:09 to go in the first quarter. St. Mary's. Bull in traffic. Ness a standing block. Well, Bull gives up some inches. She's about 5'6". Ness 5'11", but you got to keep in mind when those arms are extended, you've got to try to get her to move those.
Playing about 6'2" or 6'3" against her.
Damons, Olson dribbling to the top of the key, near side Bruner, set shot from 20, short. Vossler there for the board, uses the glass, that no good. And the St. Mary's Saints will come out Lisa Richter is on, the 5'9" junior. This is better. Set shot for three, and she got it. Oh, better way downtown.
And she led the team all year in three-point plays with 27. So, you know, she's instructed to shoot that when she has an opening.
And Vetter ties up the Demons here. The Demons will play it in. Yeah, she's a good-looking shooter.
You bet she is. She gets an open shot. I'd say probably 80% of the time it's going to drop.
We got the same problem in this game as we had in the first game. If St. Mary's can get the ball and get it into some kind of flow, they're able to stop Bismarck. But the transition baskets allow Bismarck to get in the open.
Vossler, cross-court pass. Olsen inside now. And a stop shot, no good. D-Wall, but there on the weak side, D-Wall able to get it back. I thought for a minute Lacey D-Wall had double dribbled.
I thought so too. But
21-7. That's not our decision. That's why we're here.
That's right.
I've thought a lot of things.
They've taken that job away from us.
And good for that, too. Now St. Mary's. Here's Vetter. They think she's hot down, and Leslie.
Just a little bit short.
A little short, and we're going to have a foul. Kim Anderson, along with Troy Huber, your officials here at our second game of the afternoon. And we'll go to the other line. St. Mary's has been busy, got their hands in the cookie jar. And Janet Dirk, her second personal.
They were able to get down out of Dickinson, so maybe we'll get to see them all yet today.
You bet we will. Hey, here at West Dakota Fox, we'll be here.
Even if it's 10 o'clock at night.
That's it. We'll be here. I'm ready to. Leslie said she's brought the pizza, and Don, Rod's cooking up something he caught out earlier this weekend. Avid outdoorsman he is.
Right.
21-7, free throw, no good, is St. Mary's Megan Dykert with it. Cross-court pass, that was just a little miscommunication. In the huddle, the quarterback had her go on the post route, and she ran a button hook.
1-1. One's going one way and one the other.
Have to make some football references. It's also that time of the year, right?
Oh, yes. Big playoff time coming up.
Pretty good football team here in our backyard also.
Yes, there is.
University of Mary.
In fact, they've got a huge game coming up this Saturday. University of Mary, number 3 in the nation, versus Valley City State, who I believe is number 10 in the nation.
4 seconds remaining, and a steal by St. Mary's. Will they get a shot off at the buzzer? They will not. Well, we've played 8 minutes of basketball here. The crosstown rival, Bismarck and Bismarck St. Mary's. Demons lead at 21-7. It's the West Region Tournament right here on West Dakota Fox.
Knowing Ken Conrad since he's a kid, I watched him grow up.
He's caring. He's hard.
I guess when you've got the hustle in your rod, it pays off, right?
That's for sure. And for Bismarck High, Natalie Bruner is the key to them. She's the player that really makes them happen. And here she gets a turnover and converts. And in the 2 games they lost to Mandan, Mandan was able to take her somewhat out of the game. And I think that's what Beulah tried to do, is go to a box and 1 and take her out of the game. It didn't work that effectively because other players stepped up for Bismarck High. But if you're going to beat Bismarck High, you have to handle Natalie Bruner. There's no doubt about it.
Right on the money. Dr. Jonas, Natalie Bruner with 12 points in that first quarter. 9 turnovers for Bismarck St. Mary's. And this girl is not only getting field goals, Leslie, she is drawing contact. She is almost making St. Mary's foul her.
You know what's kind of a neat thing? We had the girls fill out superstitions. Do you have any before the game? And Natalie's superstition, the thing that she has to do before every game is listen to Rocky music.
I noticed that.
How fitting is that?
That was right. I was really, I'm a big fan of, it was an outstanding movie. I was reading some of those. Megan Dykert at the line, the foul on Emily Knoll. Dykert hits the first. Bill Conti is the guy that produces that Rocky, those soundtracks, and this guy, he's my favorite in the world. So I was reading all these things that here at Fox we had the girls fill out, and I came across that and I thought, I never thought I'd find another big Bill Conti fan. It's Natalie Bruner. And it doesn't surprise me, She's probably hearing a little rocky in her head as she plays the game. Here she has it now. The set shot swish. And Natalie Bruner, Apollo Creed would not stand a chance against her in this game. She is 14. 23-9, and that's the difference in the game. Now the ball off the shoe of Dykert. Ooh, my, there's a sound that you don't want to hear. That's a hustle sound.
That's the hustle sound, and there'll be a little skin on the floor.
Coaches like to hear that. The players probably don't like to feel that too much.
No.
Well, those fellas dressed out for the game. You guys catch that? Good camera work today here by our Fox crew and West Dakota Fox. Nice to have you aboard. Bismarck Demons with a long distance 3 ball off the mark. There's it up by Knoll. Lacey DeWall, who is now with 5 points.
Just a hustle rebound there.
Makes it a 25-9 lead by Bismarck. I'm sure you may be sitting there in the comfort of your home, maybe with some cocoa, watching the West Region tournament. Drive to the basket, partially blocked, a lot of activity. Ness is in the fulcrum of it. Ness with 2 blocks in the series, and Bruner has it. Boy, Lindsay Ness is going to reach double figures in blocks this afternoon.
And who's down leading the fast break?
Lindsay Ness is, and also in there for St. Mary's underneath was Lisa Rector. Got her hands on the ball. Ness picks up the foul, but it's one of those aggressive hustle type plays too. Her second personal.
As a coach, you don't mind those because she's trying to do her part with the game. She'd give you everything on defense and come back and try to get the fast break for you.
Now St. Mary's trailing it by 16. Pass entered right side. Now is errant pass, and the Demons have it. St. Mary's turned the ball over 9 times in the first quarter. And they get it right back here. 2 teams swapping possessions. Vetter looking in. The Demons now tightening up that defense and reaching in for Bismarck High is Lacey DeWall, her first personal. And the 4th team foul in Bismarck. St. Mary's will have it underneath the basket. Sitchie spinning and falling. But there is Dykert, and got the young lady, Pam Weigel, the sophomore, the underclassman, off her feet. Weigel whistled for the foul. We take another look, brought to you by Tool Grip. Leslie?
And there we've got her going up. Actually, what would be nice to see is a little bit of head fake on that play, but she didn't need to do it that time as she draws a foul and hits the first free throw.
Well, she's 3 of 3 from the line today, and St. Mary's was fortunate because that ball came off a foot, and it could have been another turnover. In essence, Dykert picks it up, Don, and makes 2 points out of it eventually.
Well, that's the big thing is she was alert to pick up the loose ball and go right to the hole, and Bruner comes right back.
Bruner with 4 this quarter, 16 for the game. Just a day at the office for Natalie Bruner, averaging 25 a contest. St. Mary's penetrating, but coming up empty.
That was a great move by Becca Sitchie, just didn't fall for her.
27-11 with 5:25 remaining in the first half here. The Mandan Braves earlier today defeating Beulah to advance to the semifinal round. Bruner, high post pass, Weigel. Cross court now, DeWall looking inside. Good penetration. Now left alone, 15 feet away, off the mark by Knoll. And the rebound underneath to Kayla Kuduna, who is checked in, but the steal, and there's Bruner for her 18th. Special player, a 5'6" senior, and now the pressure put on.
St. Mary's has gone back to man-to-man, and as a result, Bismarck is pretty well in the freelance again. Bruner's pretty well open to go again, and that's causing St. Mary's some problems again.
Esplin to the foul. St. Mary's triggered in, and Shayla Bowl will start the offense. Vetter, double team comes. That leaves this young lady open. A long rainbow 3 off the mark by Bowl. And the rebound, here comes Bruner. Bruner, because of her ability to get that ball out and elude traffic, eventually gives her Demons numbers on the offensive end. And then Megan Esplin just receives the pass, and she's wide open for a 16-footer.
A lot of benefits by playing with Natalie Bruner because she's just going to attract a lot of attention. That's all there is to it, and that leaves a lot of teammates open.
The 20-point Bismarck lead. Bruner gobbles up the rebound up the missed shot by Becca Sitchie, and she leads the break, draws the traffic, and a reach-in foul is called on her way to the hoop. Shayla Bowl up top is the guilty party. She's got 2 personals. 4:08 remaining in the first half of play. Substitutions, Courtney Jacobson back on for St. Mary's. Carissa Barth is on. In for Bismarck, Lindsay Ness. She'll replace Lacey DeWald. And let's take a look at Natalie Bruner here, the 5'6" senior with 18 points today. 19.
She's going to make some college real happy when she makes a decision as to where she's going to go.
Do we know where she's
at this point? She's
you know
still uncommitted.
Yep.
We know where she's leaning, Tom. Here's Bruner. All right, she hits them both. We've got a break in the action here with 4:08 remaining in the first half. It is Bismarck High flexing some muscle at the Bismarck Civic Center. 33-11. You're watching the West Region on West Dakota 5.
Can I help you, sir?
Table for two, please.
You have a reservation?
Back at the Bismarck Civic Center, Jack Michaels, Don Hanson, Leslie Jacobson. Up top is, of course, our man, Dr. Rod Jonas. Said, boy, something about Lindsay Ness, the 5'11" senior for the Bismarck Demons. This young lady, a special talent. Dr. Jonas up top, you've seen this girl. There's talk about penetration for St. Mary's, but once you're in there, you've got to deal with this lady inside.
Yes, BHS plays some great man-to-man defense. They sort of funnel to the baseline, and she's always there to make big plays to stop them from scoring inside, and she's a critical part of their defense.
Several blocks as we speak. Lindsay Ness able to get in the face of Megan Dykert, had the steal, then tied her up. The alternate possession shows St. Mary's, but there's Ness again. This Bismarck team, I got to tell you, this is a solid group of young ladies out there.
Yes, it is.
St. Mary's just trying to crack something here. You notice the defense, how it spreads out. St. Mary's
playing very good, solid man-to-man defense.
Well, Ness this time got her on her feet. Dykert did. Her shot no good. Got her own rebound. That no good. Dykert again counted. Oh, persistence pays off as Megan Dykert just stays with it.
Just wouldn't quit. Excellent effort on her part.
Nice thing to see, too. She gave a head fake, had Lindsay Ness up in the air and went up underneath. Didn't fall for her, but after a while it did.
Now the sophomore Pam Weigel.
She heard you earlier.
She did.
Able to respond. One thing about Dykert against Ness on that last play, here's Dykert again. She's just making a home in the paint right now, and she is fouled as she got Esplin on her back. Those blocks earlier by Ness apparently didn't intimidate Miss Dykert for Bismarck St. Mary. She's still taking it right to her.
Right after.
Dykert at the line, and her free throw is good, where she is 5 of 5 already in the half. A 5'7" junior, 6 of 6, and 10 points. Problem is, she has 10, and St. Mary's has 15 as a unit.
Yeah, and for St. Mary's to get into this basketball game, they've got to look for scoring from other than just Megan Dykert.
Now Bruner's got 22 of Bismarck's 37.
And figure out a way to slow down Natalie Bruner.
37-15, a 22-point Demon lead. The entry pass left side telegraphed, and Esplin able to knock it away. Coming up next, Bismarck Century against Dickinson. Don't check your program. We've had some changes. Here's a steal, and all the way to the basket. Count it, and a foul. Betsy Olsen. It looks so nonchalant, and then she just finished strong and drew the contact. As we take another look, by Tool coming to the north, Leslie.
Yeah, she comes down, and she is deceiving because she's probably about, what, 5'11". Doesn't look like she's moving real quick out there, but she ends up leading the break on that one. So I think she's a little bit deceiving. Makes it, and here she goes for the old traditional three-point play.
Shayla Bull to foul, her third personal. And Betsy Olsen, the sophomore, hits the free throw. And she's got that.
Isn't Betsy the one with the superstition that she likes to have a sucker of everyone, of her opponents every time?
You
individually is separate themselves. Once they get the pass, here's a foul inside. The Demons have great control of the body control. You know,
yes,
they're able to draw foul.
Yes, they do.
Getting back to the sucker here real quick, Betsy Olsen, one of her superstitions, she likes to eat a sucker of the team that she's playing, and I don't know where she comes up with the blue sucker, but she must have had one today.
Yeah, maybe she stopped at a Smurf shop or something. Courtney Jacobs said, yeah, that's the oddest thing in the world. We got all these superstitions that have come back. Second free throw is in by Jacobson. She's got 3. That foul whistled on Bruner. Rich Hublin has to be happy with the way his Demons are playing. 40-16, they lead it. Bruner getting some picks up top. Now the ball knocked away. Here's Jacobson. Jacobson to the rack, and the left-handed layup is in. She's got 5.
That was kind of nice to see. She came in and used her left hand, reeled it very nice. A lot of people just don't want to use that opposite hand, but she did a very good job on that.
Demons dribbling right. Now the bounce pass. Weigel. Vossler looking in for Weigel. Kind of a two-man game. Weigel's jumper, no. Better the rebound. Outlet pass. This is Barth. Right side again, Jacobson. Contact and a foul.
I think it hurt St. Mary's.
Take another look from Tool Crew to the north. Good pass here, Don. And
yes, it is.
Great pass by number 15, Krista Barth, and she actually had 2 people to pass to on that break. Courtney Jacobson being the recipient of that pass.
Why St. Mary's needs that, Rod. They've been in a drought here, it seems. It's been all Bismarck, and they need a shot in the arm.
Yeah, the problem with St. Mary's right now, they're not getting any easy baskets whatsoever. That last layup off that turnover was the first easy basket they've gotten for some time. They've got to create some turnovers if they have any chance of getting back into this ball game.
Vossler penetrates the right side and draws contact. And again, these Bismarck Demon players, they get that ball in the hand, they protect the basketball, Don, and they draw contact. I mean, you just can't. I mean, it's, I guess, fundamentally sound basketball.
Right. They just take you to the hole. You know, they're gonna do something with it. They're not gonna stand and look at it.
Vossler misses both tosses, however. Steph Meyer was whistled for the foul on St. Mary's. Carissa Barth trying to get her Saints going here. Here's that backdoor play, setup play, high post pass to Vetter.
It was open, just a little bit off.
And it was a nice setup, exactly. They had all underneath the basket was all cleared out for that nice little lob, and it just didn't quite make it.
You know, that play is as old as the Hills too, really.
Right, and it just continues to be tough to defense.
Yeah, you can. It's one of those plays where you can tell them what you're going to try to do. And here's Bruner just having fun at the gym today.
Just another day at the office, like you said earlier.
Yeah, 24 first half points. Don, she's a point away from her average, and she's going to have it maybe here in the first half. Jacobson triple team by Demon. Finally kicks it out. And now the stop of the paint, and really no infraction. Vossler 1-on-2 does not have the numbers. Vossler ball loose now. Outside Bruner, 16-footer, and that is off the mark, and a loose ball foul rebound on the Pam Weigel over the back. Her second personal. 42-21 as we walk to the other end and shoot a couple of free throws. At halftime, Leslie Jacobson will be joining Rich Hublin, head coach of Bismarck High, is at the line. Get a good look at Lisa Richter, the junior at the stripe. Hits the first free throw. Substitutions in for St. Mary's. Dana Dirk is also in there. Second free throw off the mark by Richter. Bruner there for the rebound.
St. Mary's took Courtney Jacobson out. I think it's because they just don't want her to get her third foul just before the half here. She was off to a little run here for them offensively.
Yeah, she's playing a good second quarter here. You mentioned the shot in the arm they needed. Bismarck looks like they're just going to hold it out here
for one here.
Vossler. Bruner. Bruner had the ball knocked away. She has it, picks it up again. No look pass near side. D-Wall. D-Wall jumper off the rim, no good. 2 seconds remaining. Vossler is steal. Ball is loose. And the half has come to an end. The Bismarck Demons leading it by 20 here at halftime. 42-22. The Bismarck Demons coming in as the number 2 seed in the West region. And the St. Mary's Saints, the number 7 seed. The Demons led after one, 21-7. And they do not let up here. Natalie Bruner leading the charge for Bismarck High. 12 second quarter points, 12 first quarter points. Bruner with 24 points. And the Demons have scored 21 in both quarters. If you're Coach Rich Hublin of the Bismarck Demons, you are certainly thrilled about this. Let's go to Leslie Jacobson.
Great first half, Coach. Nice to see Natalie Bruner coming out scoring 24 points. But the thing that I was really impressed with is I thought besides the 24 points, this has been quite a team effort, playing both defensively and offensively. Your comments on that?
Yeah, we like the way we started. We would like to take a little bit better care of the ball and maybe keep them off the foul line a little bit, but get the jitters out, and it was a good first half for us, so we're happy.
I kind of noticed beginning of the first half they were running a box and chaser with Natalie. Comment a little bit on that. I know that they didn't stay in that very long.
Well, I guess we don't look at it any differently than if it's a man-to-man. It's just one person chasing her, and Natalie's kind of relaxed and gotten into a mode where that doesn't bother any either, and so we don't change a lot offensively. Natalie's very good at getting shots, and so we don't worry too much about her getting opportunities. She finds them herself.
Okay, great first half. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks.
And now we'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you very much, Leslie. And Bruner with 24, as Leslie mentioned. We are at halftime here at the Bismarck Civic Center. It is Bismarck High leading Bismarck St. Mary's 42-22. We're back with more of our halftime show. You're watching the West Region Girls Basketball Tournament on West Dakota Fox. Coach, this girl is having quite a ball game this afternoon.
Yes, if you're going to stop BHS, as I've mentioned, you've got to stop Natalie Bruner, and so far St. Mary's has not been able to do that. She clearly has taken over that first half, and she's hard to stop because she can do so many things. She can penetrate, as you see right here. She can rebound. She's just a tremendous talent. And she also converts a lot on the defensive end, which gives her some easy buckets here. I think she's going to make a steal and convert that into a turnover. And that makes her so effective.
Well, this young lady just creates so much. What she does is just creates chaos, I think, controlled chaos to her advantage, Coach. And
she gets a lot of these baskets during the course of a game, and that's why she averages so many points and shoots so well, is because she can get those easy buckets for herself. She's just a great athlete, and if anybody's going to beat BHS, they're going to have to stop her. And the one team that's been able to do that in the WDA has been Mandan, and we'll see what happens. Well, the other thing that Bismarck High has done very well is played some great defense this first half. Here there's some penetration, but even if there's penetration, they are able to defend there. Lindsay Ness makes a great block. She comes back, gets another block, and Lindsay Ness is very effective and an integral part of their defense.
Well, it is an impressive 1-2 punch, but more than that for the Bismarck Demons. Thank you, Coach. And Natalie Bruner with 24 points here in the first half. Lindsay Ness inside, and supporting cast members pulling up the rest. 42-22 at halftime. We're back after this on West Dakota Fox.
New Holland TS tractors stay on the job with big workaholic engines that pour out.
I have Christy Vetter's mom, Peg. Hi. I understand that Christy is heavily involved in other activities other than just basketball at St. Mary's.
Yes, she is. Chris is very involved. She's been on student council. She's a soccer player. She was on the homecoming court this fall. She's a student ambassador, which means when there are tours of the school or anything, she does that. As far as community activities, she's also on the United Way Youth Board. So she's kind of busy. It's tough to keep up with her sometimes.
I'm sure, but we know that she can play basketball. She hit the three-pointer. Any thoughts on the game today?
Well, I wish it was a little closer, but this year we seem to have struggled offensively, and Bismarck High has really been the team that we have probably not done our best against. So wasn't real excited about drawing them in the first round, and I think Chris has had a kind of a tough defensive assignment today. She's on Bruner, and I really don't think there's anybody in the state that can take care of Natalie, so we'll just see if we can take care of everybody else.
Well, we'll wish him the best of luck in the second half.
Okay.
And we'll go now to Andrea.
Speaking of Natalie Bruner, I am here with her family, Jan, Ivy, and Wayne. Obviously, Natalie is in the zone. What do you think is going through her mind right now?
She's pretty focused right now. You can kind of see that as she's bringing the ball down. And she's looking to shoot. She's looking to pass. She's pretty focused.
Does she stay this way during the course of the game, or does it ever let up?
She doesn't let up very easy. No.
Being the kind of player that she is, do you get nervous for every game, or how do you feel about her?
I do. I get nervous all the time. You guys, Wayne's pretty easygoing, yeah.
All right, back to you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Wade, we have a, you know, these parents look pretty good. I noticed Mom got the majority of the time there in that last interview. You know, Dad, I think, was chomping at the bit, but, you know, Mom took charge of that. And then it looked like we had another Bruner coming up there, which is also frightening, Dawn and Leslie. This kid's got talent. Well, I'm sure Natalie Bruner reset her Rocky CD at the halftime break, and she's set to get up. She certainly is getting a lot of airtime this afternoon with due reason. She has 24 points at the break. She's leading the charge, but Lindsay Ness and a cast of others are helping these Demons, a very well-rounded team. And, Wade, you'll have to agree, this team coming in, the number 2 seed, making it happen today here at the Bismarck Civic Center.
That's right, Jack. I'm here with Coach for the St. Mary's Saints. Coach, first tough half. What are your plans for the second half to get back in?
Well, we didn't really get off to a very good start. You know, we had some early foul trouble, but this half we're going to come out and try to be a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end, try to take it inside and get a few fouls, use some up fakes, get their girls in foul trouble, and just see if we can fight our way back to 10 or 12 by the start of the fourth quarter. And if we can get there, I think anything can happen in the fourth quarter.
All right, thank you, Coach.
You bet.
Let's get back to the second action, the action of the second half. Take it away, Jack.
Thank you, Wade. And I think one thing as we look to the second half, Leslie and Dawn, is that for the Bismarck Demons, 6 players in the scoring column. Annie Vossler off the bench, 0 for 3 from the charity stripe. So in essence, 7 players that potentially could have been for Bismarck, and just 4 for St. Mary's. They've got to get contribution, don't they, Leslie, from more than maybe just one person?
Oh, most definitely. It's a team. It's 5 girls out on the floor at one time, and you need to get positive minutes from all 5 that are out there. So I think we're going to look or see a little bit more of that this half from Bismarck St. Mary's.
Demons have it.
Back in the box and chase
second
again.
half. Here we go. And there is Ness from outside. Her shot no good. Dyker at the rebound. Well, there's one stop for Bismarck St. Mary's, and I guess that's what you have to look at. Down by 20, and there's a 3-ball off the mark. Long distance shot.
That was a long ways.
Barth has the range, just missed wide right. Jacobson was hot in the second, and this young lady is just a sophomore. She has 10 points in the game tonight, and she's pulled her St. Mary's squad within 18. Bruner.
Very good looking shot down there.
The pick from Ness. Then they use Lindsay to reverse that ball. D-Wall. You're looking at Nolan Esplin on the perimeter. This is Noel, and she might have carried a foot. She did, a traveling violation.
That last possession, watching Bismarck St. Mary's play or D up on Bismarck High School. First possession of Bismarck High, Christy Vetter was chasing Natalie Bruner or playing defense on that box, and won that possession. It was Jacobson. So he must be throwing quite a few girls Natalie Bruner's way.
Bruner reaching in here. Coach Jonas at our coach's corner. Rick Newman talking about his St. Mary's Saints having to adjust here in the second half.
Yeah, Rick indicated they were going to be more aggressive the second half, but yet I see they're still in the 2-3 zone. I think we're going to see them coming out of that here shortly if they're going to get back in this. That 2-3 zone isn't going to be aggressive enough.
Vetter takes it. That ball almost turned over by Barth. Here's Barth. Had a notion about the 3, and now the reach-in foul of the Bismarck Demons. Emily Knoll, her second personal. One thing about the foul situation tonight is that Bismarck is spreading the wealth. Ness with 2, Bruner with 2, Knoll with 2, Weigel with 2.
Everybody's getting a share.
And now St. Mary's turns it over. Well, to St. Mary's, those turnovers are like daggers right through your heart.
They had a total of 15 in the first half, and that's hard to survive with 15 turnovers.
Well, one thing they did do, though, I guess, Don, if you want to look at any positive out of that, is they've cut it. They had 9, I believe, in the first quarter.
Right, and they went to 6 second quarter.
Inside feed Ness, and her shot good. And a foul. There's Lindsay Ness. The foul on Megan Dykert, her second personal. Let's take another look, Leslie.
Here we go with pass is going to go into Lindsay Ness. And the nice thing about Lindsay, look at her. She doesn't bring the ball down too far and doesn't take a dribble. She just catches, turns around, and gets a nice little kiss off the glass for 2.
She's as hardworking as our folks at Tool Crib, which bring you these replays here on our West Dakota Fox Network. As Ness tries to convert, she does. I noticed you said didn't bring it down too much, because you're right. She kept it in long enough and kept it up, and by the time she turned, it really didn't matter. She was already being fouled.
Bismarck out in a little full court. trying to get the tempo going again.
Jacobson, great penetration, good feed. The shot off the mark, but there is Vetter. And now Sitchy. Good looking shot by Sitchy.
Just a little short.
And there for the rebound is Lindsay Ness.
Ooh, one-handed pass deflected by Jacobson.
Shot in the corner. No good. Bruner the rebound.
Jacobson's a pretty important key to that early foul trouble might have hurt him.
And she is playing better. I've seen her play a couple games prior to this, and this is a better game for her.
Carissa Barth, the foul as we take another look. Natalie Bruner, good pump fake. Bruner never, she doesn't telegraph anything. You just don't know when this young lady's going to put it up, and
you can be sure that she's going to. Someplace along the way.
Yeah, it's going. Eventually, she's going to put it up. Free throws both missed, but there's Ness. Her shot off.
I'm sure that's a rare 0 for 2 for Natalie.
St. Mary's amidst some pressure, token pressure, if anything, by Bismarck. They pick it up a little bit more stringent here in the front court for St. Mary's. Sitchy, one dribble, now the cross-court pass, which is sometimes dangerous, but Vetter pulls it in. Here's Chris Vetter, and her shot in and out. Jacobson there for the board, and Jacobson puts it in. Courtney Jacobson with 12. Don, you like the way she has played tonight?
She's had a very good effort. She just right in a groove, so to speak.
Esplin. St. Mary's sitting back in that zone, and now the sharpshooters for Bismarck. Boy, Esplin left alone. Why not? Off the back of the iron. D-Wall the board. Two things in Bismarck's favor. You know, if St. Mary's, as Bruner draws contact and she'll go to the line, two things here. If they sag in that zone, they're going to shoot it. And if that rebound comes long, Ness, D-Wall, these girls going to get the rebound as we take another look.
Just a little bit quicker.
Here's a nice penetration by Natalie Bruner. Gives a little bit of a head fake, up and under. Doesn't fall for her, but she's at the line for two.
Coach Jonas is sitting atop as Natalie Bruner had a little trouble at the stripe, but this girl is double clutch, Rod.
Yeah, St. Mary's has gone to a box and one, which means 4 are playing zone and 1 is guarding Natalie Bruner. But she's still able to get the ball. I think if St. Mary's would deny her the ball and keep it out of her hands, they might have a shot coming back here.
Apparently, Bruner has to have somebody guard her before she can make it. And now a play inside where Jana Dirk goes to the hole and draws some contact. I mean, Leslie Knoll picks up her third. That's an 0 for 4 streak right now for Bruner at the charity.
Possibility the box and one is offset her a little bit, and it's lost her concentration momentarily because she's missed 4 in a row.
Yep.
And that sometimes is the effect of the box and one. It isn't that you stop them necessarily, but you take them out of their offensive rhythm.
And she's working so hard to try and get open that I think she might be concerned about that a little bit more than at the free throw line at this point.
Weigel and Olsen check in. The second toss by Dirk is off. And all of a sudden, nobody can hit a free throw. And we've got a tied-up basketball on the floor with 4:26 remaining in the third quarter. We are going to go to a break now as the Bismarck Demons, who led 42-22 at half, is 45-26. You're watching the West Region Girls Basketball Tournament right here on West Dakota Fox.
Mikey and I want to share with you our dream for the future of North Dakota. If you're a teacher, I want you to start getting paid more.
Back at the Bismarck Civic Center. And thank you, AVI Systems. And that right there is, I believe, a first in telecasting tournaments. I can't recall another tournament as we look at the screen. We are getting almost in-house pictures. This is the wave of stadiums across the country, the Jumbotron, and our folks at AVI Systems sponsoring this, and the fine folks at West Dakota Fox bringing you this inside the Civic Center. Bring the kids, be on TV.
Everything can be shown, just like going to big time.
45-26 is St. Mary's, trailing on an effort inside, ripping the ball out. That's the old Bruner. Bullet pass inside the net.
Wow, was that a pass from Natalie Bruner? What a look. You can tell that these two have played together a little bit.
Yes, they have.
Best have your hands ready to receive.
I have a little interest in this group here. My daughter coached them when they were down in the 7th grade, so I got to watch them early.
How many of these girls were on that team, Don?
I'd have to go back and check on the roster.
I would have probably had to break that team up, Don. 3:55 remaining in the third quarter. Well, Courtney Jacobson's been the story for St. Mary's. But now it's time for maybe some other ladies to step in. Of course, you want to go to your hot hand. They do go inside and get the roll. That's Jenna Dirk. And now Dirk's had her hands on the ball a little bit more in the third quarter also.
They're finding the seam inside a little bit.
I think that was a great pass, too, by number 33, Christy Vetter, to get Dirk the ball.
Right.
Demons working it around the perimeter, 45-28. The lead cut to 17. Now this lead is stuck around 20 for a good chunk of the game.
One thing that the boxing one has done now is force Bismarck to shoot a little bit more outside, and they're not as confident shooting from the outside as they are when Natalie has it or when they can go inside to Ness.
Ness out. Lacey DeWall in. Ness getting a breather here with 3:17 to play. You know, St. Mary's, if you're Bismarck, the last thing you want to do is let St. Mary's think they can start closing that gap. And here's the pass inside, and that's exactly what St. Mary's is trying to do. Three-point shot, no good. Now the running shot tripped underneath. The ball loose. Vetter has it. Outside, this is Sitchie. No.
Just a little short again.
Weigel the board and a strong rebound. I've noticed these Demon girls have spent some time in the gym learning how to rebound.
Oh, yes. They box out very well. They're very fundamental.
Esplin, cross-court pass. Olson, interior pass. Bottled up was Weigel. This is Olson. Jumper, no.
Some nice pick out by Weigel.
That DeWall got the board. Here's Weigel again in the paint. Got deep, but the ball stripped away. And Christy Vetter got a chance to hear from her parents at halftime.
She's a well-rounded young lady.
Uh-oh, somebody forgot about Dirk.
Wide open, Jana Dirk right underneath the basket. Hits that bunny for two.
Nice pass by Christy.
That might have been a little defensive breakdown there. 45-30.
Well, they're having a little trouble inside right now. St. Mary's has changed their offensive set a little bit, and all of a sudden the inside is opening up for them.
That's created by good defense, too, is it not, Don, on this end of the court, where Bismarck, their points haven't come as easy. Here's a three-point shot, no, and there's DeWall on the weak side rebound. Bruner. And Bruner's been frustrated until, of course, that move there, but that shot doesn't go. And here
she had to work so hard to get through the zone that it creates a problem for her.
Dipsy-do shot off the mark by Carissa Barth, and I'm not sure, as the traveling violation is called, I'm not sure, Leslie, that Rick Newman, that last penetration by Barth, you want to be a little bit more under control, especially now once you've cut the lead to 15.
You bet you don't want to have some careless turnovers. And what happened there is they did have a 2-on-1 break, but Gal from Bismarck got back. I'm not sure which number that was. You want to pull that out and reset the offense.
Another breakdown defensively, and I think that Bismarck's going to take a timeout as
there
well.
goes Rich Hufflin, wants to talk to his troops. That inbounds pass right there was just a head fake left, dump it into Dirk. Dirk has reeled off 3 straight field goals here at the Bismarck Civic Center. We must remind you, as this timeout called by Bismarck, just to regroup, that because of weather conditions, the Williston Coyotes, we understand, a little late because of road conditions getting out of the northwest part of the state of North Dakota. And Minot High Magicians will play the final game tonight of the opening round. That pits us with Bismarck, Century, and Dickinson coming up next. And word from Jim Hauser and some of the managers, tournament managers and folks here, is that, you know, we will wait for a good chunk of time to get this opening round in today.
He said that we'll just wait until they can play.
That's right. Rod Jonas, who's got the bird's eye view. What do you have, Rod?
I'm anxious to hear from Don and Leslie if they thought BHS sort of backed off defensively. It looks like they're playing more passive and they've lost some aggressiveness.
I might have to agree with that, but also it looks to me like St. Mary's has spread the floor a little bit more on offense, so they're able to get a little bit better ball movement.
Because they've definitely been able to get it inside here a lot better than they have the whole game so far.
Now that is a photo. How you doing, fella?
They're ready. It's a good way to get started.
It's a good way to get candy on the 31st of October, right there.
Right there.
Yeah, that's right. Love to see the kids out here as we resume the live play. And whatever was said in that timeout by Coach Hufflin, Megan Esplin came back and hit a field goal. You know, we are
a long drought for Bismarck.
We're a minute away from the end of this third quarter, and the Demons, that was just their second field goal done, as you were alluding to. Jacobson stripping the ball as Esplin, who's picked up her game a notch. Now the ball is tied up, and this one will go back to the Bismarck Demons.
St. Mary's is really starting to get into the game emotionally and really hustling right now.
You know, this is a big swing right here. Bismarck calls the timeout, stops the momentum of St. Mary's, scores, gets a turnover, and instead of maybe St. Mary's cutting this to 10 or 11, Bismarck can stretch this thing back to maybe 17 or 18. Esplin, back iron, top of the backboard, no. Ball is loose. It's a hockey scrum, and let's hope everybody's okay. It'll go back.
And we're headed back the other way.
St. Mary's.
And that's one thing about basketball that some folks don't actually realize. It's a little bit of game of momentum, and it's not as obvious as it is on a volleyball floor. But I definitely think that basketball is a momentum game.
Yep, there's no question about that. Things can switch in a hurry in 30 seconds for you.
23 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The St. Mary's Saints trying to get a good look. Dirk has hit 3 straight. Make it 4. Jenna Dirk is the story of the third quarter. The 5'9" junior with 8 points in the quarter. She has cut the lead to 13. It hasn't been that low since the first quarter of play. 4 seconds remaining. 3. Esplin penetrating. Ball is picked off by Vetter. Vetter line drive at the buzzer. No good, but I'll tell you, Rick Newman is one excited coach for Bismarck St. Mary's. Their fans are saying we're back in it. We played 3 for the Bismarck Civic Center. After 3 quarters, it's Bismarck High 47, St. Mary's 34. You're watching the West Region on West Dakota Fox.
Are you planning a holiday shopping weekend in Bismarck? Stay at the Radisson Inn for only $59 per.
Directel Z-Tel. Coach's Corner, Dr. Rod Jonas, as we go up top of the Bismarck Civic Center at Bismarck St. Mary's, able to finally get some things done, Coach, in that third quarter.
Yes, they really opened up offensively. I think Bismarck High has backed off a little bit defensively, but St. Mary's has been able to penetrate and also get it inside, as you see right here, and helps them get some easy buckets, something they weren't getting in the first 2 quarters. And they consistently did this during the third quarter, and if they can do that again here the fourth quarter, it might become a game here very quickly.
All right, Rod, and as we see it right there, they'll resume to live action. Leslie, Don, they took care of the basketball also.
Well, St. Mary's only had 2 turnovers that quarter, and that's what we talked about. They had 9 in the first quarter, and that was the difference.
And you look at Bismarck High School, they picked up 5 turnovers in that quarter. So trading a little bit here, but St. Mary's doing a heck of a job third quarter taking care of the ball.
Lindsay Ness also came out of that quarter about midway through. She's back in, makes an impact as on a second effort. Becca Sitchie gets whistled for her first personal foul, and it sends Lindsay Ness to the line. Ness with 9 points in the game, make it 10.
That could have also been a factor for St. Mary's getting the ball inside because Ness wasn't in the game with foul trouble.
Ness' second toss is in. She is 3 of 4 from the stripe today, 49-34. Every possession critical for St. Mary's, and they turn it over.
And here comes Bismarck High back with that full court press.
The Demons.
And that's what got them their lead, the big lead right away.
Yep, you bet it did.
Better the foul, her first personal. Bismarck plays it in. Right side jumper off the mark. Ness maybe pushing off for the board on the weak side, and Lindsay Ness is called for her third. 49-34, the lead at 15. Critical part. I know there's 7.5 minutes left in regulation, but this is critical juncture time for St. Mary's, is it not?
Just stay right in it. If they can get another basket and continue the momentum, then they got a shot at something.
They made their money in the paint in the third quarter with Jana Dirk. That's where she is again. Ness is all over her, though, when she flashes. As you see down low, the battle going between the two. Now the pass inside. The ball is tipped out. Last to touch it, D-Wall. On the other hand, Don and Leslie, you can't force it to Dirk, can you? I mean, this is a fine line St. Mary's is balancing here.
One more pass probably would have got an easier one to Dirk that time.
Exactly. Had Kayla Kruderna on the baseline, wide open, an easy pass in as Lindsay Ness was playing high side that time.
Leslie Ness just picked up her 4th personal foul. We won't see her for quite some time as Pam Weigel comes in. Coach Jonas sitting atop. We talk about spreading it out, and defensively certainly is the key.
Yeah, and Bismarck High is starting to get more aggressive. They came out in that full court press trying to get things going. I think they think that they've dropped off here defensively, and I'm anxious to see if they continue this through this quarter.
Bruner, a jump pass backdoor to Weigel, out of bounds. And the two teams trading possessions really here. Back in the game for St. Mary's is Shayla Bowl. She will replace Carissa Barth, the 5'4" junior. Bruner has not scored in the half. 24 in the first half. She is 0 for 4 and hasn't had many opportunities. Credit that defense from Rick Newman.
Coach made a great adjustment halftime, coming out and sticking in with his defense, putting a lot of pressure on Natalie Bruner and trying to take her out of the game, although I don't think you ever completely take Natalie Bruner out of a game.
Vetter. Now the pass swung around.
Natalie's capable of a spurt at any time, and all of a sudden she'll have 3-4 baskets on you.
3-point shot right between the eyes as Christy Vetter, her second field goal, both of them from behind the arc, has made it a 12-point game.
This is exactly what Coach Newman wanted to do, is get it to 12 or 10 and see what would happen from there.
Well, maybe the fact that Dirk's success in the third quarter inside is making a little bit of that from the outside capable. St. Mary's flying, and the shot is good. Oh, my, very close for Kuderna. Almost drug her foot too much. She makes it a 10-point game. 5:41 to play in regulation, and right now Bismarck, if it's a boxing match, they're on their heels a little bit.
And they're gonna pull it out and say, all right, you come and get us. We're not gonna come to you.
And the nice thing about Bismarck High right now is they're not hurried, they're not rushed, they're taking their time, they're moving the basketball.
This game of basketball is just it's a game of streaks and a game of runs. And right now, St. Mary's just wants to have one more stop, maybe a couple of more stops, and really turn this tide. But you're right, Bismarck is not showing any signs of panic. They're just running their offense. And now a bumping foul out top on St. Mary's. It'll go against Shayla Bowl. That's number 4 on her. Esplin back on for Bismarck. Also back in for St. Mary's, Barth, Jacobson, Dykert.
I think we got to give some credit to St. Mary's point guards. I think they've just done a better job of organizing their offense this second half, and that's made a difference.
Yeah, I think you're right. Definitely, they're a lot more under control than I've seen them in the past, and credit to them. They're running the offense. They're finding the open people.
Hook shot inside. Weigel, no, got her on board. That's up and in.
That was a good second effort and an excellent move the first time.
Rod Weigel with 4, and it's a 12-point Bismarck lead. Now the penetration and a foul. We take another look at our tool crib look here, Leslie.
Nice crossover by Jacobson. As you see, number 15 came over to double, and she's getting ready to dish it off and just got fouled in the process.
Megan Esplin trying to help out when the penetration broke down that defense. That shows you what dribble penetration can do. Dribble penetration against the man or even against the zone at times. You've got to pick your spots for St. Mary's. They can break that defense down. It was tough to do. It took them about 16 minutes, but they were able to do it here.
They've got things kind of moving in the right place, but a lot of it might be Lindsay Ness setting out too. But you got to give St. Mary's credit. They're doing their job now.
I wonder when Ness is going to return. Picked up her 4th personal foul.
I would say around the 3-minute mark.
3-point shot. These girls from St. Mary's, they're not just hitting those threes. They're not even touching iron.
All twine.
Yeah, nothing but net, no rim, just like I used to do.
That's exactly right, Leslie.
Yeah. Okay, and if you believe that.
Carissa Barth.
Yeah, I sure do.
Well, it's under 10. When's the last time we were able to say that? A 9-point lead.
This is a point in time in the basketball game when I'd like to see the shot clock initiated or entered into high school women's basketball.
Without it, you can take the air out of the ball. Unless you're Megan Esplin, who can penetrate there and knock her 6-point in. 11-point lead now, and an errant pass by St. Mary's. Ball's on the floor. It's loose. Bruner has it.
Oh, here
it's Bruner, 4-on-1. Bruner, right side. Bruner, hammered at the hoop, and have to say it, a good foul. Bruner is 0 for 4 in the second half. You don't want to give up free ones if you're St. Mary's.
That's right.
As we take another look.
Make her go to the board.
Here comes Bruner on the break, and Jana Dirk coming from behind to swat it away and get actually both of Natalie's arms in the process.
Dagger the foul, her third personal. 3.5 remaining, a break in the action. 3.5 remaining in our fourth and final stanza. Bismarck 53, St. Mary's 42 on West Dakota Fox. Back at the Civic Center, Rod Jonas, another look here by tool crib of Natalie Bruner and Megan Dykert trailing along with.
I think that's a very smart move by St. Mary's, trying to keep Natalie Bruner out of this last quarter from scoring. I think they kind of set the tone here. We're not letting her score, and I think that was an excellent foul at that particular time. It kind of keeps the tone going in their favor for St. Mary's.
Jana Dirk and Dykert on the trail. As Leslie mentioned, Dirk was not going to let her get away free. It is in the fact that Bruner, maybe signs of, this, you're not going to stop this young lady, but some signs with the pressure put on her in that third quarter. Scoreless. She's scoreless now, 4.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. And at the free throw line, as she finally gets a rest probably during that timeout, and maybe she's back on track.
Well, sometimes it's hard to come back from a 24-point half mentally. Sometimes you just kind of take yourself out of it.
Yeah, I think that might have been what happened there, and it is tough to come back and try and produce another 24-point half, because I know as a player you get a little bit tired.
And sometimes you put pressure on yourself without thinking about it.
And what it took to get to 24. I mean, here is
that's no easy task. That's a whole season for some of us.
As Bruner missed the second free throw, Jacobson got the board, and Weigel was on her back. So here's Jacobson at the free throw line, and she misses hers.
Bruner's in the open again now.
Bruner's at the tape, and she invents a layup after getting fouled.
And there's another smart foul by Bismarck St. Mary's. That one was on number 33, Christy Vetter.
Yeah, Vetter coming in. We take another look here.
And we've got Natalie Bruner again here off to the races, and here comes Christy Vetter from behind and just catches that right arm of Natalie.
Bruner. Free throw good. 26 on the night. Sitchy back on for St. Mary's. Dirk, who's had a pretty good ball game.
I thought she's had an excellent second half here.
Maybe just a quick breather for her. Bruner caps off both free throws here. Oddly enough, Bruner without a field goal in the second half. 56-42. Demons lead it by 14 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play. Barth. Errant pass. Guess what? Here comes Bruner. Bruner 1-on-2. Bruner fouled by Barth.
Tell you what, Natalie Bruner's taking some really hard hits here, and I'm hoping that Rocky tape is helping her out. Here she is off to the races again. I keep saying that, but that's the story of Natalie Bruner, and gets fouled by Krista Barth going up to the hoop.
It's like a Dukes of Hazzard rerun where Boss is chasing Bo and Luke all the time in the general, and Bruner has been the general and the captain this whole game. She should have a couple of rear view mirrors on her shoulders of her uniform. Just to know the traffic.
I think she knows there's there.
She can feel them there.
Right.
Yeah. Bruner hits them both. And that lead that was cut to 9 not too long ago is back to 16, but now it's back to 14.
That was a great move by Becca Sitchy. She just kept going. Persistence paid off for 2.
Becca Sitchy. And here's Emily Knoll, the junior penetrating. Rod Jonas sitting on top. He's in our coach's corner. We mentioned her name. If we had a nickel for every time we mentioned it, Rod, we'd be rich people today. But let's face it, Natalie Bruner is sometimes a one-person wrecking crew today.
But what I've liked is St. Mary's refuses to let her get a free layup. They're following her hard. But you notice Natalie just gets up, great attitude, and steps up and hits those throws. It's a sign of a leader.
Emily Knoll hits both free throws. And St. Mary's right now, time is not on their side. A reach-in foul is going to be called on Emily Knoll. It's number 4.
Bismarck has changed their defense just a little bit. They're coming after her with a quick half-court trap here and trying to get and they're rotating over and trying to cut off the passing lane, and it's created some trouble for St. Mary's.
Courtney Jacobson, this young lady is just a sophomore. Free throw is no good, but they get it back.
Good job by Megan Dykert. Heads up defense. Just didn't fall for her.
Now the baseball pass. Lindsay Ness, front court, and her pass deflected. Barth got a hand on that one. This is better. Here's Barth. She's got a three-pointer, but goes inside. Nifty move by Dykert. Maybe one too many steps, but not. She is fouled underneath. If it's on Ness, she's done for the afternoon. It's not. It'll go on Emily Knoll, and she is done. As we take another look.
And then Dykert's going up. Nice pass in from Carissa Barth. She pump fakes, goes up and gets fouled for 2 shots.
Emily Knoll fouls out with 2 points, both free throws, but this junior starting guard played a vital factor. Weigel getting a breather.
We're almost down to the point where we got to look at that Farm Credit Services player of the game again.
Might be a tough one, huh, Don?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of tough decisions there.
I think I might have my candidate picked.
Yeah, well, I think so.
It's a team game, but one individual certainly sparked a lot of this, but she's gotten help. Dykert hits 1 of 2. Dirk back on. Dykert is off for St. Mary's. Now they're going to apply the pressure, trailing by 15. DeWall, pass to Bruner. Bruner in the open court, which is dangerous. And she's got some ladies riding her hip. And Natalie Bruner will walk again, 15 feet away from the rim.
St. Mary's is switching back and forth offensively, defensively here, trying to get a little more quickness in the lineup defensively, but Bruner just continues to go by him.
George?
Rod Jonas is sitting in the coach's corner.
I noticed there that St. Mary's is coming out in that trap trying to make things happen, but you can see why they didn't do it earlier. You get the ball in Natalie Bruner's hand and she can just penetrate right through the press.
61-45. We're under 2 minutes to play here in this one. The intercity rivalry with Bismarck and St. Mary's, and a nifty floating layup good by Barth, and a quick timeout for Rick Newman of his St. Mary's Saints. It's a short timeout with 1:50 remaining, 61-47. Coming up next, it's Dickinson and Bismarck Century.
I'd like to comment on what Dr. Jonas just said about trying to trap. All that does is open the court for Natalie Bruner, and she just loves open court. If it's a one-on-one game now, and she's not going to get beat one-on-one.
Aren't there rules? You guys have all coached. I've heard these. I just go by sayings now, but there's sayings, you know, you don't press a pressing team, and I hear all these sayings growing up, but it's just taboo to press certain teams with certain things, and that's why, you know, whatever happens in this regional tournament, the West Region, the Bismarck Demons and the Mandan Braves have a very similar style of attack, you know, and we'll see what happens in this tournament. There's Bruner, and she's fouled. And that's going to be, nope, number 4 for Becca Sitchie.
Is there a record for attempts at free throws in a tournament?
Boy, she's, I don't know, Don. Let's open up that Hoopster magazine. You're familiar with that.
Well, I think that I probably do, but I don't have the records for the WDA region.
Well, this will be number 20 and 21 attempted for Natalie Bruner alone. She's made 13, now 14 out of 21. Not a bad day there.
Not a bad day.
Does not have a field goal in the second half, but I don't think Rich Hovland really cares. 63-47. The Demons leading it by 16 with 1:39 to play. Dirk faces 3 Demons, kicks it out. Better 3 ball, no good. Sitchie the board, and she is fouled by Lacey DeWall, her second personal. We take a tool crib with another look here, Leslie.
And here's Becca Sitchie getting in, fighting for it, going up. There again, a ball fake might have helped, but it didn't matter because she got the body and she's shooting 2 at the free throw line.
Free throw up and in. Sitchie now with 3 points. Annie Vossler, the 5'6" sophomore, is on. Well, I'm from Williston, North Dakota, and well, last time I saw Annie Vossler, she's a very young girl. Her father, Jim, is that correct, right?
Right.
Yeah, Jim was a coach of mine at Williston High School. Now in this area, substitution for St. Mary's.
And now currently working out at the University of Mary, so they all seem to come in.
Steph March is checked in, yeah. Here's Lindsay Ness, free reign, her shot,
and a foul.
Fouled by Jacobson. Yeah, old Jim Boster, you hate to have coaches that could actually play much better than you. You know, the old theory of a coach was maybe some guy or gal with a whistle that really sits and doesn't, you know, get too involved in everything, more bark than, you know. He certainly got in the mix with everybody. Look at all these coaches that are in such great shape now. No wonder the kids are getting better. The coaches are getting in better shape.
I work with Jim Bossler, so I'm just over here biting my tongue because you might not have seen him for a while, Jack, but I have, and he might not be able to hang with you anymore. Sorry, Jim.
I mean it sincerely, but I hope he's overweight. Here's Dirk. The jump shot, no good, and the rebound underneath.
I might not say overweight, but maybe out of shape.
Okay. Boy, you're gonna get letters. That's Leslie.
Stop it.
Jacobson. Minute 15 remaining in this one. Bismarck High will move on to the semifinal round. Long distance shot.
Not even a question.
By Vetter, no good. Jacobson the board, and again Jacobson goes up, and St. Mary's really battling here, but to no avail. They will get some more free throws. Lindsay Ness done. She is fouled out. She fouls out with 13 points. 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 4 field goals from two-point land and a number of blocked shots. Jacobson's free throw is in. 13 for Courtney Jacobson. She has had a nice game this afternoon, Don. This evening. I guess it is this evening already, isn't it?
We'll be naming the Farm Credit Services player of the game shortly after this game.
Inbound feed picked off by Steph March, but she travels with it. And Bismarck has it with 64 seconds remaining. 65-51, Demons lead. Weigel takes the feed. She's fouled by Vetter. That's number 3 on Christy Vetter. Becca Sitchie will come back on for the St. Mary's Saints in due time, and to the line will be Pam Weigel, a 5'10" sophomore.
There isn't any quit in St. Mary's. They're still scrapping, even though they're down 14 with a minute to go. They're still looking for that chance yet.
Weigel, first free throw is in. 5 points for Pam tonight.
But Bismarck is really hammering the free throws down in this fourth quarter.
You got that right. 67-51. We're under a minute now. Bismarck leading it by 16. Vetter. Demons still playing that defense too.
Yes, they are.
Dirk inside. Ooh, had to look. Just couldn't get it to go. Esplin the rebound. Fouled. Vetter reaching in. Well,
I think Bismarck is about 16 for 18 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. St. Mary's hasn't allowed them to shoot very much. They've only had 2 field goals, but the spread is starting to spread out again now.
If you're Bismarck St. Mary's, who had it down to 9 earlier in this quarter, and maybe that fuel in the tank got a little low.
Well, I think you got to give Coach Hovland from Bismarck a lot of credit too. He went back to his press a little bit and got the flow going his way again.
Bridget Lervick is checked in. But Don, I harkened back earlier in the year where Bismarck High, as the second toss is good by Esmond. Earlier in the year where Bismarck defeated St. Mary's 84-43. I mean, that's a 41-point difference. And then 75-40, a 35-point difference. Now it's at 17. They virtually cut that in half.
Yes, they have.
Come to the region tournament.
I think they can feel good going into tomorrow.
Jacobson, 3-ball no. Good screening out by Weigel underneath. And now a foul. The girls just staying aggressive. Fouls on Dirk.
I think that's her number. I think that's her 5th.
That is all for Jenna Dirk. She'll finish with 8 points. Well,
very impressive third quarter for Jenna.
She won the third quarter.
Yes, she did.
If this was the CBA, she would have got a point for the third quarter.
Right.
And at the line is Bridget Lervick and Free throw, no good. This will be the 22nd free throw of the quarter for Bismarck. It's been like a hoop shoot contest here. Got it. And they've only missed 4 of them.
Yes, that's what I was referring to earlier. That's a very, very outstanding free throw shooting.
That's just called, I guess, nails in the proverbial coffin there.
Right.
10 seconds to play. Bismarck High will advance to semifinal round. The Demons, number 2 ranked team in this West Region tournament. Bossler inside, jump shot, Lerva, good. Lerva got the buzzer, tack on 2 more as the Bismarck Demons defeat Bismarck St. Mary's 71-51 here on the floor of the Bismarck Civic Center. The Demons, who were held to just 5 points in the 3rd quarter, able to come back and at the charity stripe really nail it down. But you got to give St. Mary's credit. These kids from Bismarck St. Mary's certainly played hard, but this Demon team came in here with the idea of making it happen with a combination of the first 24-point first half by Natalie Brunner, the consistent play of Lindsay Ness. She did get into foul trouble. D-Wall, a steady player throughout, and help off the bench. Weigel, certainly a pretty good game tonight. Bismarck Demons get it done here this evening against Bismarck St. Mary's. 71-51, a 20-point victory for Bismarck. Leslie Jacobson is standing courtside with, I'm sure, some happy folks. Leslie?
Hi, and you bet I am. I'm standing here right now with Natalie Brunner and Lindsay Ness from Bismarck High School, the victorious team this past game. And Natalie, let me know, 24 points in that first half. Looked like they came out and boxed and chased you a little bit second half. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, they had a chaser on me at the beginning, but we ran out of plays to get me the ball, and I just got to the open people. So.
Okay, great. Lindsay, are you coming in here? Here we got Lindsay Ness. Lindsay, defensively, heck of a job for you today. Those must have been 2, or I think it was 2, maybe not 3 in a row blocks down here on the defensive end. I see what you do on defense. Talk to me a little bit about your offensive game.
I just try to post up and try to get the ball and look for Natalie on open shots and Megan, our shooters, and everyone. Try to get them the ball if I can't get it into the basket.
Okay, congratulations. That was a heck of an effort, and good luck tomorrow. And here standing by is Wade, and we'll go to him right now. Take it away, Wade.
Reiner, a rubber stamp, if you will, 32 points. She had a total of 8 rebounds. She is a special young product for Coach Hovland. Natalie Brunner, congratulations from Farm Credit Services of North Dakota, serving all of your agricultural financing needs. Natalie Brunner, the 5'6" senior, and she got it done today. 24 of those points in the first half. She finishes with 32 for the game. Natalie Brunner, and we'll see what happens with the Bismarck Demons for the rest of the way out. But this team looked pretty solid. At the same time, St. Mary's boxed this young lady, Natalie Brunner, and they tried to contain her. But, you know, you can only stop her for so long. And those tournament